Good morning. Good morning. How are you today? Give me just a moment as I get all these streaming things up and live and active. Here we go. Hmm, hold on. All right. We pop over here. Make sure we are live over here. And then let me pull this up on my phone. Whoops, where am I? There we go. Mm. Ah, there we are. Oops, stop. Okay. All right. Perfect. All right. Now we are all set. And it's interesting. I shared yesterday about this new program that I've got coming out, and I'm super, super excited about it. And but one of the things that's interesting, and I'll be doing more reflection on it, is that it's funny how so you do something and then all of a sudden it brings something up out of the deep depths of some of the limiting beliefs that you have. And so the beauty of going ahead and announcing this now is that I'm uncovering or bringing to the surface some of those limiting beliefs that I didn't even realize I had anymore. And it's a beautiful journey. I'm going to enjoy it immensely as I go through and get all of this implemented, because it's time to dig into those limiting beliefs a little bit more. And so right now I am going to, before we get started, I'm going to do a reminder, is that this, what is it? Let me look. What is it? Okay, on Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have the event where we are helping Nikki do a book launch. And so I would love to have each and every one of you that can to be there, because I really want to support her. Because when, let's say you write a book and we put you on and have you bring out your book, release your book, wouldn't you want to have a lot of people there to just be eyes on your stuff and see what you got to say? And hopefully some of those people might buy your book, but it would be a great way for you to be able to talk about it. And so if you show up and you end up writing a book, I promise you, you'll get your day in the sunshine. And I want to honor Nikki so much for even using her time to talk to this group, because you guys are an amazing group, but she doesn't know how amazing you are. And I have offered to have her come and share her book. And it's a multi-author book. So if everything goes well and there's people here and interacting with her and she feels really good about it, then we may get the other authors. And the cool thing is, if each author comes in and shares with you guys, there'll be a whole nother expertise of something that you'll have the privilege of getting for nothing. I mean, for nothing other than your time. Not to say your time's not worth something, right? Your time is, but I really am wanting to make sure I honor her. And then later in the month, on the 29th, we're going to have another book launch with one of my friends who's introducing another novel. Now, hers are the romance novels. They're a little racy. So if you like that kind of thing, you're going to love her. She is amazing. And I will say that she's also one of my hair clients, and she's a friend. And when she first started telling me that she was writing these books, I thought, what? I didn't see it. So it's kind of interesting. But the more I read her books and I talk to her about them and everything, I understand it a little bit more. And so I hope most of us have a book in us, right? Some kind of book. And if you have a book in you that you're wanting to get out, honor these authors who've already done this, and then kind of come up on their coattails so that you can get some of that energy, that vibration from them, and get your book written, right? All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and share today's affirmation. All right, hold on a second. All right, so today's affirmation is, I honor my journey with tenderness and trust, knowing each moment is a thread in my masterpiece. I honor my journey with tenderness and trust. And I don't know. But like I said, hold on a second. Like I said, as you get here, make sure you say hello and let me know that you're here and joining the conversation. If you don't feel comfortable coming and posting and everything, that's okay. But I would love it if you would. So with that said, the thing that this brings up for me when I honor my journey with tenderness and trust, knowing that each moment is a thread in my masterpiece. And we talk about this a lot, that the things that have happened to us in our lives, right? We can find a lesson in it so that we grow, or we can be a victim of it. And so to me, that's where we honor our journey with tenderness and trust. So even if we've had things, because we are human, so more than likely we do have things that have happened to us that weren't so great, right? On the surface, they weren't so great. But each one of those things, if we honor it with tenderness and trust, then we can see the gold that came out of it, right? Even from some really, really terrible things that may have happened to us. There's something that we got from it, whether it's a new epiphany of what we don't want, or whether it is a guiding light of a beacon of some kind of the path that we want to be on now. Like I've shared on my with my podcast, one of the gentlemen that I had on my podcast, he was an amputee from diabetes. And the thing that was really amazing to me was, I forgot what he did before he ended up having to lose his leg. But during that process, he became a coach. He became a lifter. He lifted people up and inspired them. And the thing that he said was that he didn't hate the fact that he had lost that leg. He said, because even though I did it to myself, because I knew I had diabetes and I wasn't doing the things I needed to about it. He said, but I lost that leg and it changed my whole life in a good way. He said, I never would have met my partner that I have now. I would not be doing the things that I'm doing now. And he said, I love my life. So the best thing that ever happened to him, he said, was that he lost that leg. Now think about that. That's pretty significant, right? And so I would invite you to go back and look at some of the things that you think were not good, that were, maybe you even think they were horrible, and see, if you look at it with tenderness and trust, how is that thing what propelled you into this amazing life that you have now? Because each moment is a thread of this masterpiece that you have. And we want to be grateful. we can choose to be grateful for where we are now. And like I say all the time, I even said it the other day, was that the um, I had just started working with a group that Sue had introduced me to that will help you with your business, right? And as I'm filling out all the papers and I'm doing all the things and all, I thought, man, this is going to be amazing. This is going to be great. That even filling out the documents was um, life altering. And I can't even explain that. Especially right here, right now, that's not what this is about. But the fact that I was doing all this, one of the fleeting thoughts I had was, I wish I had done this a year ago. I wish I had done this 3 years ago. What if I had done this 5 years ago? Where would my business be now? The thing is that I caught myself in it, is that, the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher will come. Well, I don't know that I would have been ready. I don't know that I would have been ready for the having to fill out the forms, but to pay the money. I don't know that I would have been ready for the magnitude of work that they would be doing behind the scenes for me and the prosperity that would come. I don't think I could have handled it. I really don't. And, when I started off today talking about how I've had this epiphany just in the past couple of days, and I journaled about it this morning when I woke up, because just putting out this new offer and talking about it and feeling so amazing about it, but what it has done is it has uncovered and brought to light some of the limiting beliefs that I have that I didn't even realize I had, because I thought I had worked through quite a lot of them, right? But man, oh man, did they surface. A light was shined on them. And so it's a beautiful thing that now, in this very beginning of this offer that I am putting out, because it is amazing, I get to see what's going on and honor my journey, honor it with tenderness and trust. So as these limiting beliefs start surfacing, I'm not saying, oh, back off, go away, right? I'm saying, oh, I honor you with tenderness and trust. I may not know exactly where you come from, but I know you've been there for a while and you've been hiding, and now you're in the light. And so with that light shining on those limiting beliefs, I'm able to reformat them so that they're no longer limiting me, they're uplifting me. And it's a beautiful process. And it's one that is paramount to me having the significance in the world that I want to have. Because with some of those limiting beliefs that are popping up, it's like, getting that visible, getting that well known, wouldn't be a good thing. And that's why it's showing up now. It's showing up to help me to see where I need to pivot, what I need to look at and change, right? So it's beautiful. And that's why I'm asking you to really, really honor what's showing up for you as you start doing something. And one of the epiphanies I had this morning too was that, I've been doing a lot of this work, right? And I've been helping my clients do a lot of this work. We've been doing it in the Rewrite Your Money story. We journal about it. We talk about different things, and then we see, where's it coming from? What are we going to do? But I'll be honest, I haven't been able to uncover these until I started doing this program, marketing this program. So maybe we can uncover all of our surface beliefs, but those deep down beliefs, the ones that are truly, truly keeping us stuck, they're hiding so deep that you can't find them. But when you do something that scares them, they come up. So And a few years ago, I had a group on Facebook, and I may reactivate it, but it was called Scare Yourself to Prosperity. And it was all about getting out of your comfort zone and doing things that felt scary so that you could prosper. And I'm telling you, doing this right now with this new program and putting it out there, it woke up. It shined a light on those beliefs that I didn't even know I had. Interesting, right? All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and share the journal prompt. Oh, wait a minute. Did it wrong? Oh, crap. Hold on. Oh, I can't see. I realized I didn't have something on there. All right. So our journal prompt is, what part of my story today deserves more grace, not judgment? And like I just said, the part of my story that deserves more grace and not judgment is the fact that these limiting beliefs have been hiding so deep, and they've been working around the clock on me without me even being aware of it. So I'm going to give it grace today and not judgment, but that doesn't mean I'm going to just say welcome and stay. So I invite you, what part of your story today deserves more grace, not judgment? But let's don't stop there, right? Let's shine some light on it and say, oh man, I see you. And I appreciate the fact that you have protected me for so long. But it's time to flip the switch and change you from this limiting belief that is so deep inside me that I didn't know it existed. It's time to shine that light on it, like I said, and let it morph into a belief that is so empowering that there's no limit to what you can do. There's no limit to what I can do. And as I do this, if you need some help with that, if you need a little bit of the magic that I'm sprinkling some magic dust on mine right now. So if you do something, because I'm telling you, those limiting beliefs that are that deep, they don't come out just from journaling. They come out from doing. So if you're an entrepreneur and you have a goal of making whatever amount it may be, do something to get that amount, and every one of those beliefs will start surfacing up, not to hold you back, but to release you from bondage. But if you need help with that, definitely reach out and join our Rewrite Your Money story, because I'm telling you, I'm going to be diving in a little bit deeper with everybody as we go into this new cohort, because it starts again next Tuesday. And we meet at, what time do we meet? 6 p.m. Eastern. And it has been a great process so far. And that's where my the program that I just introduced yesterday that brought all this up, that's where it was birthed, was in there. So if you're an entrepreneur, you need to be in that space, because if you're not making exactly the money that you want to make, there's something there. Because if you're like the rest of us, you've got a ton of knowledge and you've got the gifts to share, but for some reason, it ain't happening. If you're not making exactly what you want to make, then you need to definitely jump in and dive in completely into this new cohort, because we're really going to be going deep. And later today, I'm going to be creating a new hypnosis for recording for everybody in the program. And it is all about raising your financial thermostat. It's about diving into some of those limiting beliefs and helping eradicate them. But I'm telling you, until we dive into doing some of the stuff we're going to be doing this next month, those limiting beliefs will stay underneath the surface, fighting you tooth and nail all the way. So it's time to step out of that space and to find freedom. All right, so I'm going to go back to our affirmation. I honor my journey with tenderness and trust, knowing each moment is a thread in my masterpiece. Delicious, right? Put that on your index card, the screensaver on your phone, your sticky notes. Put it somewhere that today you are reminded. And your journey may not be a business journey like a lot of our entrepreneurs like me. Maybe you work a 9-to-5 job, and maybe your journey is getting a raise. Maybe your journey is loving the place where you're at. Maybe it is a relationship, but honor your journey, whatever that journey is. Only you know. But if you need help with figuring that out too, I'm here for you. But I honor my journey with tenderness and trust. I mean, we should have tenderness and trust for ourselves all the time, right? And usually that's the last person that we honor with tenderness and trust is us. It's time to change that. Knowing each moment is a thread in my masterpiece. Oof. All right. So make sure, put that on your index card, the screensaver on your phone, your sticky notes, put it somewhere that today you will be reminded to honor your journey, right? All right. And then our journal prompt. What part of my story today deserves more grace, not judgment? And like I always say, write down, get your notebook out, your journal out, write down the affirmation, the journal prompt, put the date at the top of the page so that you can come back. And if you do this today and you really dive in, especially if you join us in the Rewrite Your Money Story and you come back to this, oh my gosh, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, a year, whatever it is, when you come back, you're going to say, oh my gosh, that's the day I shifted. That's the day. All right. So you've written down your affirmation, your journal prompt with the date, and you say them out loud, and you say them with feeling, with emotion, because what that emotion does is it changes the vibration of you, of your body, of your words. Because the thing is that everything is a vibration. Everything, even down to the tiniest little particle, has a vibration. And there's something smaller than a particle, but for the life of me right now, I cannot think of it. But the tiniest little particle has a vibration. And we want to make sure that we're vibrating at a place that is just filled with grace and not judgment. We want to be filled with positive vibrations, right? And the way we do that is by we focus on the emotion that we emit when we say all of this, the feelings, right? That's what really gets that vibration flowing. And so you set the timer for 10 to 15 minutes. And then you close your eyes. You start your breath. And you don't have to keep reciting what this affirmation and journal prompt are. No, your subconscious mind already knows it. You just said it out loud. Now you honor the silence by focusing on your breath. Breathing in, breathing out, and you just keep doing that. And as your mind starts to chatter, which it will, you're human. Be gentle with yourself, right? No judgment. But as soon as you notice that your mind is wandering, you just bring it back to your breath and focus on your breath. And then it happens again. You do the same thing, just reel it back in. And if you have to do that every couple of seconds, that's okay. In the beginning, it's going to feel like that. And that's because that when you start down that train of thought, you don't recognize it right away. You almost feel like you're still focusing on your breath, and suddenly you'll realize, no, wait. And then you bring it back. And over time, it gets to where you notice it doing and happening so much faster that you don't go down those rabbit holes. But whatever, no judgment. It's okay. You're honoring the silence. And what honoring that silence does in this process is that it helps you to get in tune with your inner guidance, your God voice, your gut instincts, your inspiration. Your subconscious mind has been waiting to talk to you because whether you know it or not, your subconscious mind, your God voice, are whispering to you all the time. You just have too much noise going on and you can't hear it. Can't hear it. So this is your opportunity to be in the silence and actually listen. And it's not like you'll hear this voice that says, okay, the first thing you need to do is this. No, not normally. I mean, it might for you. I have no idea. Not for me, especially in the beginning. But what will happen is when that timer goes off and you pick up your pencil or your pen and you start writing out, what you're going to do is you're just going to write the first thoughts that come to your mind. It doesn't matter what they are. No judgment. You just write them down. You don't critique them. You don't say, well, that's stupid. This has nothing to do with what this is. Da, 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 da. You're going to just write down any thought that comes to your mind. Like, you've done those puzzles, those tests before, right? Where it says, it's where you do that. You look at the picture and you put down, you say what it means or what it looks like to you, and you're supposed to just rapid fire them, right? I want you to do that here too. I want you to see exactly what is the first thought that pops in your mind. And it might be something like, I have no idea. You write it down. This is stupid. Write it down. I don't care what comes up. Write it down. And you just brain dump whatever comes up. And it may be a lot of that the first time you do it. But just write it down anyway. It's just for you. And the thing is that the question is really, what part of my story today deserves more grace, not judgment, right? And maybe that's where you need to be focused on. This feels stupid. Well, that's judgment, right? So let's back up. How can that be more grace? I'm learning. I'm getting this. But just write it down and keep writing it down. You might even find that you do that today, and then you might decide that tomorrow you pick up the paper and you say, wait a minute, now this is what comes up. Write it down. This is an amazing way to honor your intuition, your inner guidance, your God voice, your subconscious mind. Just let it flow. And then when something significant is uncovered, then just look at it. And then you ask yourself powerful questions like, so whatever it is that shows up, no judgment, remember? So what is it Why is it that I need to give more grace to this? Maybe you didn't even realize that you were critiquing yourself. Maybe you didn't realize that you were harboring some thoughts that didn't support you about doing this. Whatever it is, just do it. And then I will challenge you today to check out the Rewrite Your Money Story and see if it's something that would help you. But I promise you, it will. And that's one of the things that is definitely pulling me and my limiting beliefs out in a whole new way. And I want that for you too. Because when you've got some limiting beliefs that are that deep, you are holding yourself back in a way that you do not even realize. All right. So I will put, I don't know why, I feel like I got some fuzz or hair or something on my face. So I will put the link to the Rewrite Your Money Story program in the chat, and you check it out and you make the decision for yourself. And like you wouldn't, right? But the thing is that I wouldn't steer you wrong. I'm telling you, and it's amazing. Right now, it's a really good price, and it'll probably be going up as every time we've done this, we've added more content. So you get the actual videos that we've done before. You get, when you join, you get put into our Facebook group where you can look at all the different ones that we've done before. You get this amazing workbook. And then we do, there's some hypnosis that we've done together. There's some audios that I have, or videos that I have created, which you can sleep with at night. There's so much value in there. And then Sue and I both create different content that we put in there. And so you get it all the stuff from the past and starting new on Tuesday. I'd love to see you there. All right, you guys, have an amazing day and honor your journey. Mwah.